Hey, welcome back to my first video in a while. Um, I've been pretty busy last month, but I finally got to finish a book, so I'll be reviewing that today. You probably obviously clicked on this video, so you saw on the thumbnail, the what I'll be reviewing is William Gibson's Neuromancer. So this is like a new room for you guys for the channel. It's not obviously not for me. I've been moved in for a while, but this is my dorm room at University of Wisconsin-Madison. I've been going here since fall, so I've been pretty busy with schoolwork. That's why I haven't uploaded as much. But let's get right into it. So I will be doing a non-spoiler and a spoiler review of Neuromancer. I don't really have many thoughts for the spoiler review, so it's mostly going to be in the non-spoiler section. But I guess let's just get right into it. So, Neuromancer by William Gibson. I started reading this about a month ago. Stopped for about 10 days and then finished it recently. I thought I give this book 3 stars. Okay, so I know it's like a foundational work of science fiction. That's what I was told a lot of times before I started reading this. That's the reason I bought this. I picked it up because people were telling me you have to read it. It's so good. And at the start of the book, I agreed. I agreed it was very good at the start. The world building was fantastic. The prose that that William Gibson uses to actually flesh out the world is so descriptive, so vibrant. Even a dark, damp, it's kind of like a damp, horrible kind of place like Chiba City. It just he makes it seem so vibrant and so alive. And our main character Case, this is on the blurb on the back, so I can say it's like a big job, it's kind of like a heist thing that goes on in the book, and he has to. There's the threat of him kind of dying, losing his the thing that he was just given, his neurological capabilities. I can't remember, can't really describe it exactly, but it allows him to jack into the cyberspace or whatever. And I will say this is really good, ideas and execution of the ideas for something that was made back in I think the 70s. I might be wrong. I don't know for sure, but a long time before cyberpunk. This pioneered cyberpunk. This is the first thing it's a new stone for science fiction, and I understand that, but I just found it kind of difficult to wrap my head around some of the things he was talking about. Around halfway through, maybe not, a little bit more than halfway, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I could follow the story pretty well, but they go to this place, in space or whatever, and I just lose all track of what happens. I don't know what's happening anymore. The chapters move so fast. The pacing of this book is so fast that I just don't understand what's going on. I don't know who's talking. Multiple characters appear, and he just kind of expects you to know who they are and understand who they are. And he doesn't really explain the whole system that Case actually uses to jack into the system. And I just thought it was could have been done a little bit better. I love the prose, obviously, but I just thought that this book could really use a little bit more, it's pretty short. It's 280 pages. It could use a little bit more length to actually explain what was going on. And I don't think I'll be continuing the series, at least not for the time being. I have so many more things to read that I don't want to have to go back and buy the series. But I just want to say, I think for the last thing in my spoiler-free review is that it was the ending was really good. I did enjoy the ending. I kind of picked it up. Like I said, I didn't really understand what was happening around maybe from percentage 60% to 90% of the way through the book. But the last 10%, the last 20, 30 pages, actually did make sense, and I was like, oh, everything's coming together kind of. I did have to watch a video after that to kind of understand what happened at the end, and it was a worthwhile ending. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a good payoff. There's a good emotional payoff, but there's not really much character development by the end, and I think characters as well kind of fell flat in this one, and some of their motivations just didn't make sense. So for the spoiler review, if you want my final thoughts, you can just skip to the end of the video. I'm not going to provide a timestamp because that's too much of a pain in the ass to do. But I'd say for my spoiler review, I think that the end of the book, it just I didn't understand. When I saw the name Neuromancer, I was like, okay, that's where the book got its title from. So this little kid must be important. But I didn't really understand what was going on. It was really hard for me to understand that. I can't remember what the other AI was. Frost something. It's got to be in here somewhere. It doesn't matter. A Frostmute, that's what his name is. Frostbeat is like the other AI. It turns out that him and Neuromancer are like brother AIs, and that this whole family like owns them, but it tries to keep them separate because they become too powerful. And the combination, it doesn't really explain how it happens at the end. They just kind of like get Case out of this weird dreamland where he has his ex girlfriend there. I think she died. Yeah, like they bring his ex girlfriend to life in a dream somehow, and he gets to choose between staying there with comfort or going back in the world and finishing his mission, even after his like the guy who hired him is dead. It just doesn't really make sense to me. But I will say I did enjoy. There's a little snippet at the end where he talks to Frostmute after the book is over. There's a little epilogue kind of thing, and they're in like a little cafe in like Costa Rica or something like that. And he's telling Case that he'll never see Molly again. It's like, you know what, whatever, that's fine. I didn't really enjoy their relationship anyways. It's kind of toxic. But that he found another super sentient AI on the Alpha Centauri system, and that kind of gives me the vibes like, you know, like Three Body Problem. If you've seen my video review of that video, I really enjoyed how the aliens were done in that movie, and those aliens are in the same system that this AI that the other AI was spotted in by Frostmoon. And I thought that was a super interesting conclusion, and that's why it's not like super low, because I didn't really enjoy my reading experience with this book until like maybe the last like 10%, like I said earlier. But overall, I'd say decent. You know, it's like on the same level as Ender's Game for me, but on like the other side of the spectrum, where like Ender's Game had a really, really, really simple plot, and I didn't like the ending. But this has a very complex plot where it's really hard to follow, and I did like the ending. So it's kind of like if you take the slider and like slide it down back and forth. And yeah, I mean, that's about it for the spoiler review, I guess. I'm gonna give my final thoughts, then I'll close it out. So my final thoughts on Neuromancer, I said it was a 3-star, and I still stand by that. I thought I'd be a little bit more excited about this, but I don't think I want to continue with the series anymore. I just have no no need to, and I just feel like, you know, I feel like it kind of like wasted my time a little with this. I'm in the middle of reading Lord of the Rings right now. I'm at like almost at the end of Fellowship, and I have this big omnibus edition right here. This one, it's so nice. So fun to read from, and I feel like I could have spent my time better reading from that rather than reading from this, but I still kind of decently enjoyed my time with it, like especially like the first half, like the last like 20 pages, like I said. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys want me to do any videos, like I bought a bunch of books since I came here, like if you guys want to see what I brought to college, what I'm planning on reading next, like what I think of I actually subscribe to the Broken Binding fantasy subscription, so if you want to see, I think Mask of Mirrors is coming in, I think within the next week. If you guys want to see a review and an unboxing of that, I'd be glad to. Just leave a comment down. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, whatever. Help me out. Anyway, I know I don't post it often, but if you guys drum up some support, I'll try and post more often, you know? It's difficult in college, but I'll try to. Anyways, thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.